Hello there, this is Carlo, and welcome to another video, and a bit of a personal video for me, but let's get the cool stuff out of the way first. First of all, I want to thank every single one of you for all your support over the last 2 years. I've now reached 1,300 subscribers, which for me, I didn't expect that to happen. I didn't start this channel with intention to have success. I started this channel for fun and to do something or be a part of something truly spectacular. You know, I love YouTube and I love video editing, I love visual effects, so on and so on. So again guys, I can't thank you enough for all the people that have subscribed to my channel. We're growing slowly, but we're growing, which is great, and I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for all your support and your kind words in the comment sections as well. So look, I wanted to do this video for a little while now, and to be perfectly honest, I sort of strayed away from it because I didn't want people sort of thinking anything less of me, even though I don't know why people would, but you know, paranoia sort of kicks in when you're trying to explain something personal about yourself, and you sort of try and, you know, step away from it. Or in my case, I try and what's the word I'm looking for? Deny my health problems, so on and so on. So, firstly, I've got a bad ticker, a bad heart. I've got angina, and I've got severe, very high blood pressure. I'm on medication like you wouldn't believe for that, and that's all due to coffee drinking. That's how my high blood pressure got so bad. Now, I'm 40 years old. I'm not old at all, but I plied myself every single day with 30-40 cups of coffee every single day, which I know is absolutely ridiculous, and that's given me the health problems I've got today. But the thing is, with coffee, obviously, it's like a drug, it's an addiction, especially when you're doing what I'm doing. You know, you're sitting at the computer, you're working, you're doing visual effects, you know, there's nothing like having a cup of coffee. So, that's with that. Now, I also have a severe case of benign essential tremors, which is, I suppose, a form of Parkinson's disease. If you look back on some of my other videos, you may notice I do shake in my videos. Quite a lot, and I have to undergo, have certain rules in my life that I have to abide by. Like, for instance, I can't drive. I can never drive because of how severe my shaking is, which is a bit of a bummer. Even though, you know, I've got a car for the wife or the partner, she drives me everywhere I need to go. It would have been nice for me to have my own sort of independence with a car, but unfortunately I can't drive whatsoever. Including with things like eating, drinking and stuff like that. Sometimes I'm okay with it, sometimes I'm not. It's basically the information to the brain is not getting down to my hands quick enough, which is causing my hands to shake quite profusely. Now, getting to the topic in hand, which is what is titled about losing my hearing about. So I'll give you a general rundown of what happened. About 2 years ago, I went on holiday to Holland. This was 2 years ago, and I started getting sharp pains in this ear here. And I thought, oh God, it's an ear infection. Everyone hates an ear infection. It's the worst pain in the world. And I had that pain for about 2 to 3 days. I took antibiotics for it. I went to a doctor for it, so on and so on. And then the pain went and the hearing started to deteriorate in this ear. So, for instance, I can hear out of it, but if I put my hand over this ear here, I can't hear nothing out of this ear. Which is a pain in the neck, it really is. But over the last 2 years, I've grown to sort of cope with it. And sort of put up with it, even though I'm under a specialist at the moment. I'm under the hospital at the moment. I'm under ENT, and for you guys that don't know, it's a place called, it's Ear, Nose and Throat Hospital, which is based here in London. So I'm under them specialists at the moment to try and help me with this hearing. So I've been totally knackered with this here, to be perfectly honest. And like I said, you know, it is really annoying, especially when you put fucking headsets on. Do you know what I mean? I only use one on this side, and the headset goes up here, because there's no point in having a headset on this ear if I can't hear out of it. But the hearing's not totally gone in this ear. I can still hear, but it's like I've got a constant high pitched noise in this ear, which is truly like, for the first 2-3 weeks I was like really mental with it. It drove me up the wall. But over the last 2 years, I've learned to sort of cope with it, and it's sort of grown into me. So now it's not so much of a problem with the humming, because I'm used to it. So about a month ago, I was sitting down and I was watching something, and I thought to myself, I heard this like crumpling of paper. And I was like, what the bloody hell's that noise? You know, when you hear a noise and it really bugs you and you think, what is that noise? Where is that coming from? So I was searching around my front room. I thought to myself, I hope I ain't got a mouse in my front room, because I'd go absolutely divvy, because I'm a spotless person, do you know what I mean? I'm a bit OCD like that. And I was looking all over the front room, where the bloody hell this crumpling of paper's coming from. And it was really like intense, do you know what I mean, crumpling the paper. Anyway, I sat down and then realised it was coming from inside this ear, which was crazy. So now the hearing has started to deteriorate on this ear. So basically I can hear, but now for the past month what I've been doing is I've had to look at people's lips, which has worried me. You know, when people are speaking, I've had to, like my missus keeps calling me or saying something to me, and she'll be like literally not far away from me, and I won't hear a thing she's saying. If I'm focusing on something here and she's talking over there, I won't hear a word she's saying, which is crap. Do you know what I mean? So I am really worried at the moment. I won't lie to you. I'm pretty scared about it. You know, one of my two senses, I ever said, you know, my hearing and my eyesight, two most important senses you've got, obviously. And if I was to lose one of them, what's the point carrying on? Do you know what I mean? It's just stressing. It's just one of them things that I didn't want to happen to me, or didn't believe would literally happen to me. Now, I know you're probably saying, listen, there's people out there, you know, dying of cancer. There's people out there dying of this and that, and I totally understand that. You know, that is the worst of the worst. You know, I don't deny that. But my heart is in visual effects and movie making and visual effects and stuff like that. And if I was to lose my hearing permanently, I don't know what I'd do, because that would be that taken away from me. Now, yes, I could do visual effects because obviously it's based on eyesight and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been bit concerning for me, and obviously, you know, I've got to see the specialist again to find out what the bloody hell's going on. And if it's the case, I hope they turn around and say, listen, if we give you a couple of hearing aids, you're going to be alright, you're going to be able to hear, I'll be over the moon. Do you know what I mean? I just hope my hearing just don't deteriorate worse than what it already is, because like I say, you know, even the kids are talking to me and I have to literally look at their lips to see what they're saying. And sometimes when my other half is talking to me, I blank after conversation because I can't hear her. But I'm too embarrassed to say, listen, I can't hear a fucking word you're saying, do you know what I mean? So yeah, bit stressful with that, or a bit stressed with that, but I ain't going to stop, and I'm not going to give up hope that obviously I can get my hearing repaired. I know it's one of them things, if the hearing goes, it goes, but I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure my hearing totally doesn't go, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just wanted to come to you guys with this video, because obviously you're like, you know, you're my friends, you know, you're my supporters, and I do feel that I find it easier to talk to a camera or talk to you guys in general. You know, if you've ever had problems like this yourself, please leave a comment in the link in the description below telling me your outcome, because at the moment now I'm literally just shitting myself, and I do apologise about the bad language, but it's the truth. I'm really crapping myself, thinking, Jesus, you know, Because what happened with this here is repeating on this here, right? And I see the similarities when this here went, that this is sort of going the same way, because I did have noises in this here as well. It weren't like the crumpling paper scenario, but I did have noises the same as in this here. So I'm thinking, oh, Jesus Christ, is this like a repeat of this here? Now, like I said, guys, I have got hearing in this ear. I can hear out this ear, but it's not 100%. I'd say it's about, out of 100, it's about 20%. This here. And this here now, I'm constantly doing that, yeah, to try and fix it, because all I'm getting is this crumpling and like air blowing into the ear. Do you know what I mean? Now, I've tried everything. I've tried solutions, I've tried olive oil, I've sprayed special like antibiotics in my ears, like flushed them. I've done the whole lot, yeah, and still the ear is the same way, which is, it is worrying me. I will keep you guys updated on whatever's going on, obviously with my hearing, but hopefully, or I'm praying, that this is not going to be a permanent thing, and that I'm not literally losing my hearing permanently. Also, another thing I wanted to ask your guys' advice on, while I've got you here on camera, I'm in good standing with my YouTube channel, right? But for some reason, I've still not got monetization activated on my channel. Now, if you guys know any contact numbers or any emails of who I can contact regarding this situation, please drop a note in the description below. That would help me out big time, because my account is in excellent standing. I follow the rules of YouTube. Yes, I made an error about 6 months ago. About 6 months ago I uploaded a track, and I thought I'd be good with that track, and it backfired on me, and I got a copyright strike on my account, and it just basically went tits up from there. They banned me for 6 months, and my account was shit for 6 months. I passed that 6 months, my account got repaired to good standing, but still my monetization is disabled. So if you guys got any tips on how I can sort this out, because I've left feedbacks to YouTube, I've sent them emails, I've done everything, and I'm still not getting no response. And also, if you know the deadline of how long it takes for monetization to come back to you, I'll put a little picture here, so you can see what it actually says in the monetization problem. So if you guys have got any fucking idea of what I can do, please let me know. I mean, it don't really bother me, because I don't do it, like I said, to make money. I don't do this as a business. I do it because I enjoy doing it. Now, another one of my subscribers said to me, why do you smoke? Why do you smoke on camera? And it's simple. Because of my benign essential tremors and my shaking, my smoking calms me down. It helps with the benign essential tremors. As crazy as that shit sounds, this helps. If I could stop this tomorrow, I would. But it does help with my shaking a little bit. And obviously, when I'm doing something like speaking to you guys on camera, or speaking, the shaking kicks in. It's like when I'm trying to do something or focus on something, that's when my shaking gets really, really, really bad. Like, for instance, when I eat, I have to use a plastic knife and fork, because I cut my hand open. I don't know if you can see that. Let me just try and focus in on my hand. I don't know if that's going to focus in. Yeah, literally, I cut my hand open with a fucking steak knife. It just, and my hand, I have about 200 stitches in my hand, and this knife was like razor sharp. And I couldn't get it out, because obviously my shaking was doing all this. So you sort of get the general idea of what I'm bloody saying. So yeah, health's not too great at the moment, and I am going to start going back to the gym, obviously. Or I've got my own gym here, shall I say, out and about. I've got my weights and stuff. I need to get back on that, lose a bit of weight. Obviously, that's going to help with the heart side of things, and, you know, my blood pressure and stuff like that's going to help. And I've got to reduce the coffee as well. You know, I go mental when I see people drinking fucking shitloads of coffee, like, on their YouTube videos, because I'm thinking to myself, you ain't got a clue what you're doing to yourself. Coffee is not good for you, and I'm the proof of that, you know. I'm 40 years old, I couldn't sit back and say to some of these younger YouTubers that are in their 20s, you know, have a cup of tea. Seriously, have a cup of tea. A cup of tea is a lot better for you than a cup of coffee. At the moment I'm drinking tea, but I cluck for a cup of coffee because I've drunk so many of them, do you know what I mean? I spend, you know, I used to drink about, and this is no word of a lie, about 50, 60 cups of coffee a day. And that is ridiculous. So when it comes to my heart, my angina, and my high blood pressure, I am to blame for that. It's the same as an alcoholic drinking and knackering his kidneys. He is to blame for that. That's self-inflicted. Yeah? And a lot of people say, yeah, being an alcoholic is a disease. Well, it's not a disease. It's self-inflicted. You're doing it to yourself. So, I know this has been a bit of a strange sort of video for the Film It channel. But guys, I just wanted to fill you in on my problems, because like I say, we're a community now, you know. We've got to sort of, you know, look out for each other to a certain point of view. I try and help all my subscribers out the best I can. If it's within my power, I do try and help. If you need something, I've always tried to help, so on and so on. So yeah, that's why basically I wanted to do this video, to explain a bit about what's going on with my hearing, because obviously you guys are not knowing what's going on because basically you're behind the scenes. How would you flipping know, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know, it is depressing. It is stressing me out a lot, which don't help because I've got high blood pressure and I've got a heart condition. But I don't know how long this hearing problem I've got is going to continue for. Like, for instance now, it's like I say, when I'm talking to you, I can hear myself, but it's dull. It's a really dull sound I'm hearing. I can hear my voice, but it's a dull sound. Yeah? And what that does, it stresses me out when I'm talking. It gets me out of breath because I'm trying to focus on what I'm saying to you guys, or what I'm saying to someone when I'm talking to them. So it does put stress on me in general, and it, you know, it makes me. I get very tired because of my high blood pressure as well. So on and so on. I mean, what do I do? You know, what do I do with this hearing problem? So I'm under the specialist at the moment. I will keep you guys informed about what's going on with me. Nothing's going to happen to the Film It channel, so don't worry about that. I will go as long as I can with this channel. As long as this ticker keeps ticking, I'll plod on with the channel, 100%. So look, as always, guys, thanks for listening. I know it's a bit of a weird thing to say because of the sort of thing of this video, but a like rating would be appreciated, as always. And I will definitely try and catch you guys in the next video. Thanks, guys. Ciao, ciao.